Welcome to the another episode of the Manufacturing E-commerce Success. Yeah, I was just like, why am I here today? Because we were having so much fun before we got on. But I'm David Pistolka, your co-host of the Manufacturing E-commerce Success Series, and I'm going to turn it over to my friend, brother from another mother, man on the other side of the U.S., Kurt Anderson. Take it away, my friend.
Hey, thank you, brother. So Damon's over there. I got that right finally. So,
yeah.
Guys, growth and exit strategy specialist from Exit Your Way, my main man, Damon Pistolka. Guys, happy Friday. This is such an honor. Man, this is a really special program.
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
So, guys, we have, I don't know, our program here, we talk about how do we help everybody stop being the best kept secret. Well, this guy is absolutely no secret whatsoever. We have Rob Howz in the house today. Rob, good afternoon. How are you, my friend?
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, somewhere.
That's
right?
right.
It's a good. As long as you start up with the word good.
That's right.
We can do that.
So, guys, first off, I'm shocked if anybody's not connected with Rob. You want to connect with Rob? Absolutely. He's the man with a plan. He is just Mr. Positivity. If you're not familiar with him, Rob, I'm a little biased here. Best singer on LinkedIn, hands down. Best lyrics, rapping, dude. You have it going on.
Dude, I told my wife about that you said that. I said, man, that felt really good to hear that. I was like, that was a good lifter, man.
That's right. and hopefully she was like, hey, don't encourage him, right? Right? But anyway, so you bring a ball of energy. I've been following you for years, and so this is such an honor to finally connect. So you have a bunch of superpowers that we're going to talk about today. Man, we're going to take a deep dive in a few things. So you are an automation expert. You're a humorologist. You're a goodwill ambassador. You have all sorts of things going on. So my first question for you today, Rob, we're going to get really serious. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, do you sleep? How do you get everything done, man? You're just rocking and rolling. Just share a little bit about your process. How do things work in the Rob world?
Well, I tell you what. One, I sleep really well because I have to. And I've been studying sleep for the last 6 years. So I used to be a late, and just run. But, I wasn't as effective. Because I'm a YouTube University graduate, I learned some things, right? And so I learned how to scheduleize myself. And so I created my own little schedule. It's called the Chop and Flow Planner. Over here, you see all the to-dos, and there is the timeline where I'm going to get it all done. And so nothing gets undone that I wrote down and said I'm going to do. And so, therefore, things don't cross over and I don't get stressed out. So that really is the secret sauce, right? Knowing what I want to do, writing down what I want to do, and then here's the one, timelining when I'm going to do it.
Yep.
There goes the alarm. So that's
right. Yeah. There's the alarm. I'm supposed to be on the show right now.
That's phenomenal. And so, Rob, we've got some awesome people here. We've got Michael Ray in the house.
Michael Ray, he's out there. He's in here today. We got
my smile man, my brother from another mother. This guy is the most joyful bringer.
We got Dan Bigger too. Dan got another profile picture. Look at this.
Look at
that profile. He just changed that. We got Gabe. He's on too. Awesome seeing you today. Good stuff. Yeah. Mr. LinkedIn Live, Gabe. And Gary's here with us today from New York. Up close to you.
This is awesome. So guys, so again, if you're new to Rob, a couple things. So if you jump on Rob's LinkedIn profile, first off, Simply Automate is his company. Strongly encourage you check out amazing website. Wilton, your entire team, Carrie, you guys are absolutely crushing it at Simply Automate, making everybody's lives much easier. We're going to take a deep dive into that. But you also, you're passionate about social media. You're a humorologist, LinkedIn influencer. If you go down to his testimonials, Rob, I'm telling you, it brings tears to your eyes of what people say about you. I just want to drop it's kindness, generous. One person put, Rob is an extraordinary man who makes me believe in humanity and kindness and the goodness of others, man.
Holy heck. That's awesome.
I love him like a brother from another mother. So again, it's and every testimonial is consistent. It's positivity, kindness, generous. Rob, let's go there for a second. Where did you get your inspiration, man? How are you such a positive, bringing such positivity to LinkedIn? How are you able to do this?
Oh my gosh, man. Kurt, that's such a great question. and the answer comes so quick. Before you finish asking the question, the answer was already showing up. And I have to say, you know, your parents, my family was a big part of who I am today. Like my mother, and watching her put herself through law school, watching her go through the things she went through, but watching her always have love, watching her always have compassion. Even when she was scolding me, she was loving me. So I was like, that's a really nice woman, right? And I had a lot of nice people around me. Then I had great mentors. I got to tell you, I had great mentors. Now, my life wasn't all peachy clean because, you know, I was shot right before I left Buffalo and almost killed, right? I was almost killed before I went to college. So it wasn't always so great, but I had people around me, no matter what was happening, they would guide me. And then I found YouTube University a decade ago, and I just became obsessed with typing in exactly what I wanted to learn about and then finding the person I wanted to listen to. And then I said, I'm not just going to listen to one person on the subject. I'm going to listen to multiple to get a broad perspective. Whoa. And so I just began to grow at an accelerated rate. And to answer your question, I just love people. I love life. So that just comes out naturally. I want to see people win. I want to see people moving to the next level in life. And if I can contribute, I'm going to be there, okay, with the bullhorn.
Man, you're absolutely doing it, man. And
awesome.
And Dan Bigger just said Ron Higgs is in the house today. Man, now I want to back up a second, Rob. Now I heard, did you say you got shot? Shot,
like literally shot. Like, so right before I left for college, my friends and I, we were going to the store. I came out of the store. They were in the car waiting for me. Well, just my friend Rob. His name is Rob. My name is Rob. We both got Rob. Not funny then, funny pretty now, right?
Yeah.
So he's in the car. I come out the store, and there's a guy by the car. I think it's a friend. Oh, it's not a friend. It's a robber. And he has a gun to my friend, Rob. Tells me, get in the car. I'm going to rob you guys. Takes all our stuff. My friend Rob decides he doesn't like getting robbed. He wants to try and take the gun. Not a good idea when the guy has a grip on it. The guy jumps out the car, and right here, I'm in the passenger seat. Rob's in the driver's seat, and he lets out 3 shots. Pop, pop, pop. Me and Rob jump back. This is before the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen. Before the Matrix. We jump back in our seats. The bullet goes through my arm. Okay, so hole here. Comes out here. Goes into Rob's leg. Okay. It's in Rob's leg today because it was too deep. They couldn't get it out. So he has trouble at the airport, nevertheless.
Yeah.
But me, the hole went through here. No pain. No pain at all. As a matter of fact, it didn't hit muscle, didn't hit bone. It was just the best bullet wound you can get.
Yeah.
But watch this. When I got home, I have a Barry Sanders jersey that I was wearing. The Barry Sanders jersey was all bloody. And I was looking at the shirt. I was looking at it, and I was holding the shirt up, and I saw a hole here, 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 and here. And I'm asking myself, how is there a hole in my shirt? Then I realized that moment when I went back, and the bullet went through here, it literally went through my shirt, missing my chest cavity by whatever that mathematical equation is, and goes into Rob's leg. I must have been holding that shirt for like 6 days. Like, I don't think I moved. I was just so, and that was my awakening. Okay. Yeah. That was like the beginning. I said, okay, I'm here for a reason and for a purpose. Let's go to college. You know, let's get out of Buffalo. Oh, I love Buffalo though, but I had to go because it was just rough at that time where I was.
Yeah. Wow.
So, good experience though, man. Good experience. I mean, I learned so much, and it heightened my awareness, man.
Yeah.
Like literally, I was probably, messed up for a while, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I love the awareness that it gave me though about life.
Yeah. Rob, how old were you?
I was 17.
Oh my God.
I was 17.
This is officially the first time on our program somebody has either admitted or talked about, man, dude, this is powerful.
Man.
Yeah.
You realize like a fraction of like centimeters
yeah.
of how your life is like just oh my God.
Right there.
It's a gift.
Man. It is a gift. It sure is. And every day I say it. Every day I'm grateful. Your gratitude will determine your attitude, which will ultimately determine your altitude.
Man, my father says this. Oh my God, my father preached. What? So guys, man, all right. Christina's in the house. Woman, Nicole Donnelly's.
Yeah.
Hey, go.
We got Nicole. We got Travis Lochner.
Man, just how about
Adam Baker
story, right? Let's give a little.
Goodness.
A little motivation here. So I'm a little bit I know it's hard to believe. I'm like a little stumbling for words right. That you threw me a curveball there, Rob. I didn't see that one coming. But okay. You said the word Buffalo. We're talking motivation. You said your parents really a big influence on you, big inspiration. Now, when you say the word Buffalo, you know, like, man, you're getting in my corner of the world, right? So I'm going to just share something real quick. With Damon, we talk a lot about manufacturing. So when you're in New York, you know, you kind of like the Great Lake region, the Rust Belt, if you will, you know, a lot of wonderful manufacturing in this part of the world, right? So, you know, Buffalo, Rochester, our man, Gary Wood is here from Rochester. Dan Bigger used to be an upstater. So, you know, Cleveland, Detroit. Well, you know, you work at the factory, you work manufacturing during the week. And then how do you blow off steam on the weekend? You have your local sports teams, right? Everybody's got, right, Rob?
Yep.
Well, when you're in my corner of the world, man, it's the Buffalo Sabres, right?
Oh.
I don't know if there's many hockey fans. If you guys are hockey fans, drop a comment. So, when I was in college, you know, my dad had season tickets to the Sabres. And so whenever I'd come home, we'd go to Sabre games. And when I graduated from college, my wife was going to school in Buffalo. So our cheap date, imagine hockey was cheap back then, right?
Yeah, not so much anymore.
Went to tons and tons of hockey games, right? Now, I didn't realize this at the time, but I want to show you, there was a guy that was at these hockey games who like reminds me of Rob, and like he would just inspire the entire crowd. So Damon, I'm going to share real quick.
Let's do it.
I've never done this before. I'm going to share. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I'm sharing my screen. Talk to me. Let me know if I'm sharing.
I'm going to put it as soon as you hit share. I got to put it on. Here we go. Go. We're sharing the screen now.
You guys can see that. You see YouTube?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You ready for everybody sitting down? You ready for this?
Let's rock it.
Listen.
Well, is there a person who doesn't know who that is who has been to a hockey game in this auditorium? The Earl of Bud, and what an ovation he got. The one last little Mexican hat dance in the arm.
So this guy, watch this. So look at, he's doing the Pee Wee Herman. He has this guy. So Damon, every single hockey game I would go to, this guy would ride. You're talking 20,000 people. Check this out. Here he's in a tuxedo, for God's sakes, right? So all right, so this is the Earl of Bud. So if anybody here is from Buffalo, if anybody ever went to a Buffalo Bills game, if anybody ever went to a Sabres game, I went to dozens of hockey. That's all we did in Buffalo is you go to Sabre games, right? Little did I know, so that was the beer guy, right? Earl of Bud, right? I was actually contributing funds to Rob's college fund every time I went to a game. Rob, who is Earl of Bud?
Earl of Bud, also known as Earl Howz, is Rob Howz's dad. That's my pops.
Can you guys believe that?
Oh my God, this is so cool.
His father. That's his dad, and I can't. I'm going to be excited unless unless you've gone to a Sabre game or a Buffalo Bills game. Maybe you won't appreciate this. This guy would liven up 20,000 people. Were screaming for this guy. Rob, I can't tell you how many times I'd be sitting. Your dad was like right next to me, and all of a sudden the Pee Wee Herman song would break out, and he's doing it.
Oh God, that's so great.
Bob, I just want to. I'm here to tell you. You didn't know this when you went to Howard University. Your buddy Kurt and all of his buddies, we probably covered your freshman year. Years from your dad. So.
My dad used to come home loaded. I used to sit like, Dad, what the heck?
Look at Travis. So we get on a call yesterday. And we're sitting there talking, and he's like, "Hey, you from Buffalo?" I'm like, "I live in Little Lakewood. I'm near Buffalo."
Yeah.
He goes, "You ever go to Sabres game?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I went to last night, Rob." I tell my wife, I go, "Do you remember this guy at the Sabres game?" She goes, "Oh my God, of course I do. That's Earl of Bud." I go, "I'm interviewing his son tomorrow." Wow. So anyway,
I'm going to tell him.
Hey, all right. So we'll get serious.
Yeah, I don't know
your dad. So when Rob brings the heat and he brings this contagious enthusiasm to LinkedIn, and he's affecting thousands of people, where did he get it from? You just saw it firsthand. His father was 80,000 people go to Bills games. He's firing up thousands of people. Rob, talk about your father for us, please.
So I'm telling you, when you talk about this is how important it is, parents. To be in your children's lives and let them see what you're doing, right? And just being connected to them. because I watched him. He was also a firefighter for 20 something years. So he would leave the fire department working the full shift and then go over to the Sabres game or the Bison's game, and he would work, and he would leave there and then go back to the firehouse. It was like a constant loop, and I would see him, and when I saw him, we just hung out, and I would see how people lit up around him. They were literally paying him. They were called appearances. They would pay him, X amount of dollars to come and party with a tuxedo on. I'm like that.
Yeah.
That is really nice, and people are just feeling good. So seeing the kind of good energy that he brought and seeing how much he looked forward to it, it's like, oh man, I like that. And my subconscious held on to it, didn't it? Because clearly I stepped into some type of shoes like that. So I have my dad and I have my mom. My mom is the lawyer. She's the analytical mind. She's the researcher. My dad is the edutainer. He's the spokesperson. He's the people's champ, right?
Yeah.
Combine them both, and here we are.
Dude, oh my God, what an inspiration that you are. So I am so thrilled that we put that together, man. That was what a gift, what a blessing. So and I feel a little more proud of myself for all those cocktails that I purchased from your product. Going to a good cause that helped your education.
Heck yeah. I did well too, man. I did well in college.
That's right. So God bless you, man. Thank you for putting that together. Thank you to your dad. What a great story. So, all right, Rob, that's all about you now. So let's come back to you. Let's talk about automation and how let's take a deep dive there. Yeah. So Simply Automate. Talk about Simply Automate, what you guys do, your superpowers. You were sharing some powerful stories with Damon and I before we went live. Let's just plow right in there. What do you offer to your clients?
So let's simplify this. Let's really make it simple. So humans, we go to work. We go to work, and in every job you have processes from end to end. And typically a human is involved in that process, having to type in data, excerpt something, export something. And very often it's the same type of activity, meaning it's repetitive, meaning you're just uploading. It's important, but it's repetitive. What we do is we take all the repetitive work away. Anything that's repetitive, whether it doesn't matter who's doing it, how it's being done, we find that and then we automate it. And why is that important? Just imagine if you could automate 60 to 70% of your process. And this is what Gartner is saying you can do. So Gartner is the leader in understanding how all this technology works. They're the spokesperson. They are saying between 60 and 70% of your stuff, of your process, can be automated. We've seen 80 and more. What does that mean? It just means that you can focus on more important things. You can focus on scaling the company. Now, while things are being automated, you can take a step back and analyze better. When you're able to analyze, you can improve. You can't improve when you're constantly putting out fires and just trying to keep up with what you did wrong. You want to heighten your efficiency, get rid of all the errors, and optimize your process with speed. And this is what business automation does when done correctly. So I would say educate before you automate. That's the song too. Educate before you automate. I did that because I want people to understand. You're not going to just come in and start trying to automate things. And technology can be your worst or it can be your best, right? We want to show you how it can be your best.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So Rob, let's go there. So you talk about RPA. That's the term that you guys use frequently. Share with everybody if this is new to them. Yeah. And man, this is like a game-changing moment today for everybody. You're here to make our lives easier, simpler. What is RPA? So
RPA, robotic process automation. Robotic meaning anything that is repetitive, right? Any type of action that's repetitive. Process is that process, and automation is automating it. So now you know RPA is robotic process automation, all right? And again, the reason why that's important is for your data management, your inventory, your fulfillment, your customer service, your delivery, everything that's involved in your business. You want to optimize it, every department. And the way you optimize it is you take as much labor intense work away from humans. Like you take that away from them and let them think and be creative and move things forward. Take all the mundane actions away from them. You can use those people. And that's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing people who spend 20, 30 hours a week just kind of doing the same thing. Now, those same people are doing LinkedIn. They're doing networking. They're doing sales. They're helping the company grow. They're bringing more investors in, able to have more investor meetings because they have more time. So RPA, robotic process automation. If it's a process that's redundant, you can automate it.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So yesterday, I was taking notes when I'm talking to Rob, and I've got down giving proper work to Robert, and I'm like, Robert. I'm like, who the heck is Robert? Then I'm like, oh, robot. So it's giving it to the robot, not Robert. So anyway, so Rob, let's take a deeper dive into that. And so, man, and we've got a lot. We got
oh God, Chris put this in there, and she's right. I mean, just think if automating that much. We got a ton of other comments in here too. That one just hit, because if you can do like you're saying, it's crazy. Yeah.
You and Gail, if you guys aren't connected.
Oh
Val, happy Friday.
Yeah.
You two definitely need to connect. So Rob, let's keep this party rolling. Okay. So you've caught everybody's attention, man. We're really perking up. Dude, I heard 80%. You're making my life easier. We're going to automate. So this robotic thing. Okay. Let's take a deep dive for those of us that are new to this. Talk a little bit about AI. What are you pulling off of our plate, and how are you specifically making our lives better?
So AI, artificial intelligence is our friend, because there's certain activities we have to do, as I was saying earlier, but not necessarily certain activities that need to get done, but we don't necessarily need to do it. All right. And so when you find a way, the first thing you want to do, let's talk about this. The first thing you want to do is you want to standardize your process. That's the first thing. I mean, standardizing, for those who are unfamiliar, meaning your process needs to be the same. Meaning it doesn't matter who showed up, who you hired, if someone got fired, if someone got hired, nighttime, daytime, it's the same. There could be some errors in it. It's fine, but you want to have a standardized process. So, and then when you have that, now you can analyze that from end to end. And then by doing that, you can see exactly where. We have a thing called the bot runner, and it basically goes out and it is able to review all the work that's being done, and then identifies where all those redundancies are. And then we're able to get a report to show, here's your process you sent us, and here's where all the automation can take place. And here's your ROI for year 1, year 2, and year 3. And so artificial intelligence allows you so robotic process automation is one element. Artificial intelligence allows you now to use that element to go across multiple processes, and then also analyze data and go even deeper. I don't want to give them a fire hose, but AI just allows you to be very intelligent, more intelligent than you could ever be. Right. And if you do it the right way, my goodness, I told you, we had a law firm, 3 employees, 3 of them. One is the lawyer, and we were able to save them 40 hours a week in less than 2 weeks. 40 hours of manual labor a week. We were able to save that for them in 2 weeks' time. And I'll tell you how much they're paying, because they got grandfathered in. $500 a month for that.
Right. Who wants to save 40 hours a week? Damon, you on board for that? Who wants to save 40? So Rob, let's go here. Do you see common culprits? Do you see like same patterns? Like what are these bad habits that we're picking up that we need to get here?
Well, one of the bad habits is, and we'll call it complacency. Complacency is, does not allow you to have any growth, right? And so a lot of people are just complacent with where they are. They're unfamiliar of what's possible, so therefore the door is kind of closed on it. But what I want to invite people to do is open the door to start understanding more about technology, more specifically business automation. Like it doesn't even have to be through us. Educate so you can automate. That's our tagline. Because here's the deal. Let me give you some fun facts and stats. So this is according to Gartner too, and this has changed because this was before COVID. So I know the numbers have changed, right? They're saying that, okay, so right now, RPA, robotic process automation, is impacting more businesses across more industries than any other software in the global technology industry. Okay, that just means this RPA is impacting more businesses across more industries. Okay, great. But wait, there's more. Right now, less than 2% of small and medium-sized business owners even know this thing exists. Okay, there's more. The trend says that it's on a spike, and by 2025, over half of all businesses, and I think it's faster now because again, this This is before COVID. Things have accelerated now. By 2025, I say 2023, over half of all businesses will have this, like a computer. It'll be a standard.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at a spike where we have this technology that's spiking, the beginning of the trend. Nobody really knows about it. So now's the time to get on board of knowing about it, because it's like Google before you knew Google. Now, if you knew Google, when you heard Google the first time, like Google, what is a Google? What is that? This is the Google for businesses.
Yeah.
This technology is literally the Google for businesses. So get to know Google now. Okay. Get familiar with this RPA right now. Just start spending 15, 20 minutes a day just researching. Just let it drop in your mind, get into your subconscious, and then take some type of action.
Yeah.
That is juicy right there. Rob, how about this? When this was new to you, how has this changed your life, your processes? Like when this first came on your radar, were you like, man, what is this thing?
Yeah. It made me look at my life, actually. It made me look at, because automation, humans have automation. We are automation creatures. Like, 90% of the things we do every day. We don't even know we're doing it. That's a habit. That's called automatic.
Yep.
So it had me start looking at my own habits. And if I want to change something, that means I got to intentionally, I have 10% of my conscious mind to work with. I can intentionally make a decision. If I do that repetitively, then it starts to drip into my subconscious and it becomes a habit. So I look at that the same way that the business made me look at my life that way.
Mm-hmm.
What's some things that and actually is why I started walking more. And I started walking 12,000 steps a day, 10 to 12, because I said, that's a good habit to build in for this older young man here. I need to go ahead and do that. All right. And it's been wonderful. My sleep's been better. My skin's been better. And so my point is, it's helped me to understand more about my own life, but it's also helped me to see a little more, because I've always been a business coach too. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've built multiple businesses, nonprofits, but I've never looked at business the way I look at it now. I go right in and I can find the inefficiencies. I can see the redundancies very quickly. I can see where support can come. And I didn't have that element until I was exposed to this RPA world.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. So let's, and I believe you and your wife have built, like you just said, a couple of nonprofits, but I want to stick on automation for a little bit. Then we're going to dig into your nonprofit work. Let's talk about your company. So Simply Automate. Our buddy Wilton is on the team. You have an all-star team. Carrie, let's talk about when somebody connects with you. And again, encourage you guys, check out Simply Automate, connect with Rob if you're not already connected here on LinkedIn. But talk about this all-star team that you guys have at Simply Automate.
Oh my goodness! Speaking of the all-star team, Dimitri, if you're still on, man, go ahead and put our website in the chat right there. Dimitri, there he is. This guy, I just met the most incredible people, the most incredible human beings. And like, it's amazing. The 21st century, we all should say thank you, 21st century.
Yeah.
We should all just, you know what I mean? Just celebrate it, because we couldn't do this.
Yes.
Look at us right now. We're talking.
Yeah, we couldn't do this. We could. There's so many things we should be
so
grateful for every minute.
And I am grateful for LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has opened the door in the 21st century for me to run into people like Wilton. 3 months, he had launched his business. It was 3 months. Yep. And then in that I was doing a 30 days of video challenge. And that's how I met him and Dimitri. They did the challenge. And come to find out, I was like, okay, this brother is another brother from another mother like me. And I like what you're doing. I don't know what it is yet, but I like the sound of it. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about right now, but it sounds good, because I didn't know. I didn't know about RPA. I heard the stories. It's the stories that get you and the lives that are changed. So the team, everybody we met here on LinkedIn, and everyone has a beautiful component that they bring, and like just it elevates the whole ship. Well, a rising tide lifts all ships, so it just lifts everything. And so I couldn't write this up. Right. I could not write it up. It hasn't been all great now. Yeah. But that's the beauty about the story, because we stayed with it.
Yeah, every story is a little bit flawed. And again, I want to talk about Wilton. What a man of integrity, guys. If you go on Simply Automate, connect with Rob, connect with Dimitri, connect with the team at Simply Automate. And what I love what you guys do, you've mentioned the word a couple of times, Damon. We love that word, edutainment. Boy, that fits you absolutely perfect. So I know, as a matter of fact, I just received an email from you either yesterday or the day before about you're offering a webinar. So you do all sorts of information, and you, as you keep saying, educate to automate, educate. So just talk about how you're so intentional. And guys out, anybody out there is, Dan Bigger has a SaaS company. We have Christina Harrington at Gen Alpha. They do an amazing job of educating.
Yep.
So, share a little bit about how you're intentional of educating your customers, and share a little bit about the results and how they appreciate that education opportunity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, and thanks for asking that. And you hit it on the head. So webinars, our podcast, we have a podcast called the RPA show.
The RPA show.
And that's we interview a lot of our some of our clients and even some of the industry leaders. So people can again start to get more educated about what's actually happening. So those webinars, those podcasts, these podcasts, this is a great edutaining platform. We're real relaxed right here. We're kicking back but we're sharing information also that if you're listening, and then you apply it, it could really help you. So that's kind of what edutainment is all about. Education is coming, but in an entertaining way. And that's kind of my style with everything, entertainment is going to be in there somewhere because it's boring if I don't, so then I'm going to come across boring. And nobody really likes boring anyway, And so the education aspect, also the content. Right. The content is very educational and edutaining, meaning if you watch it, if you look at it, just read it and see what's happening. You can't unsee it.
Right.
If you see, 1,000 times ROI, just look at it more.
Right.
Go more. Go deeper. Don't just glance away because you'll be happy. You'll be happy you did. And I'll tell you this, education and application, you put those two together, you're in a real good situation. I should turn it into a song.
Write that one down, Rob.
Okay. That's it, man. What did I say? Education and application. Yeah. That's so true. Because we get educated and then we sit and then it's gone. It's literally gone, guys. Yeah. It's like 80% of what you learn, if you don't write it down, it's gone.
Yeah.
In your subconscious, away from where you can do anything with it.
Yeah.
So we've got education plus application equals multiplication of profitability. How's that? Might be going there somewhere.
I just edited the ending.
We're creating a jam right here.
Like that.
We are creating edutainment. Chris Harrington says, this is new for me, but I love the concept. And that's in Rob. I love this. Damon, that was our running joke when we do our training. We're like, if we bring in other speakers and stuff, we're like, hey, nothing personal. No death by PowerPoint, man.
Yeah.
Up with a slide with a bunch of bullets, you get that.
Yeah.
Right? So, Rob, how rewarding is, first off, thank you for what a blessing you are, and the contagious enthusiasm that you bring. And so what an awesome career that you have where you're entertaining people, you're making a huge difference. Talk a little bit about like the aha moments, or the smiles, the hugs, the high fives that you receive when people finally get it. They're like, oh, Rob, I finally understand it. That law firm, share some of those wins that you experience on a weekly basis.
Oh my goodness. So tears,
nice.
Tears. I mean, when you don't have to do 15 to 20 hours of the same boring stuff that you've been doing for years, the moment you find out you don't have to do that, it is just like, I'm an empath, so I can feel what other people feel. Like it's good. It's good and it's bad, because unfortunately I got to feel everything. But I felt that. I was like, wow. Right, so you got that. You get the law firm. You have people who now were going to go out of business. They were going to go out of business because they just couldn't meet the demands. So they couldn't meet it. But now, scaling their business. How does one go from getting ready to go out of business and close the doors to now scaling? I'll tell you how. They use technology the right way. Literally, our ROI overnight. The moment you put it in place, you got ROI overnight. Right. And it doesn't say, I know it sounds like far-fetched, but just imagine what, I don't know, cell phones sound like to people 1,000 years ago. Pretty far-fetched, right? Yeah, we're going to be talking through a black box and these invisible sound waves is how we're going to capture the visualization. And like, hang that guy. You crazy? He's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it happened.
Right.
But now technology is moving 100 times faster than it used to.
Right.
So now we're able to do things that's really mind-blowing. So just come with me on that. We're at this state where we can really do mind-blowing things. If you implement the right technology into your business, you will see your business explode. And you don't have to scale and go big time. You can just have more time for yourself, or you can just have better operations, have better customer service, whatever you want. It's going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah, the things that technology is doing at a huge scale right now, and big data and finding details out of that, is filtering back to our everyday lives to allow us to simplify things that we never had the opportunity before to do.
Yep.
And you know, I've got a client that we just finished automating all of his e-commerce transactions back and forth between multiple platforms, so people don't move spreadsheets of data anymore, and it transformed his business. And it's you know, moving thousands of transactions every day automatically.
Right.
And it's you can run huge businesses with very few people if you do it right.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's good.
So,
Rob,
so again, I want to be respectful of your time, but if I'm dragging you in the weeds, push back. But just so Damon just mentioned e-commerce before we went live, you're starting to give us some examples. So folks are like, man, like Dan Bigger says, I'm crying now even thinking about it. But as you share some of these superpowers and some of these efficiencies, can you share a little bit? Are we talking invoicing, e-commerce? Let's take a little deep dive there. That as far as you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah. So let's see. Really everything you just said. E-commerce, invoice processing, data extraction, onboarding, offboarding. Honestly, this list your supply chain, even sales and marketing, your internal communications with the organization.
Right.
I mean, this list is going to continue to grow. Most important thing to know is that you're increasing your efficiency, enhancing your accuracy, and you're improving your analytics. Like that's the best thing to know. You're doing all those things, and you're able to see it.
And it happens 24/7.
24/7.
Right.
That's the other thing. I mean, where you look at, we can't staff people for this time of day. So now listen to what I'm saying. We can't staff. How many people say that? Well, if you can automate whatever that staff has to do, now that's all right. You can't staff them at different times of the day, but now we can do it anyway.
Yep.
And increase your hours of service and the ability to do it. And when you look at that's huge.
So Rob, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say, your customer satisfaction, your analytics, overall benefits, improving your HR, improving compliance. Compliance is a big one. Big. There's so much money being lost unnecessarily. We had a company. Oh my gosh, $100,000 a year at bare minimum.
Wow.
Like bare minimum. They implemented RPA. What does RPA do? Removes every single error because it's the error that you get dinged for. Guess how much now?
Man, good for you, dude.
I'm like, but people don't know about it.
Right.
They don't know. It's like stem cells right now. No one knows.
Best kept secret, man. It's got to be like Dimitri says, man. It works 24/7, 365. So we need to stop being the best kept secret with this automation. So I want to be mindful of your time, Rob. So how can people reach out to you? LinkedIn. We mentioned Dimitri dropped your website. When they contact you, what's that process look like? Do you jump on a call? Do you take them through a little trial run? What's it look like when people reach out to Rob?
Yeah, first we have a little discovery call, like 15 minutes or so, just kind of maybe 30 if it extends, but just to kind of get an understanding and feel out and hear what the pain points are, what the bottlenecks are, have a nice dialogue. And then the next step will be for them to fill out, a questionnaire. And our questionnaire is designed to, with all those specific fields, when they fill it out, then we're able to understand what process they're talking about, Then our dev team puts together a nice diagram showing where all the automation is going to happen, right, based off the information that they've given. And then we have this design, and we get on another call and we show them the design. We show them where the automation is going to take place. We show them what their ROI is going to be. And so essentially it's a 15-minute call or a little longer, just to get to know. And then you fill out the questionnaire. The questionnaire gives us all the insight we need to then provide the layout you need to see where we're going to take you out of the weeds.
Nice. Dude, that's another song right there, man.
Yep, right there.
Rob,
Right
speaking
there.
of songs, by any chance, do you have a song that you could share with us today? I know Chris Barrington is dying for a song. Do you have one?
Yeah.
I do have one. And this is like one of my favorite artists. I did a cover. I did a cover of this, and rest in peace. He just went away last year, and it's an oldie but goodie. And I decided to remix it. My son, who does the editing, he did all the editing for this. So this is like a father-son collaboration project. Nice. And also there's a little cameo by my friend Honest Abe. I'm a real big fan of Honest Abe. Big. It wasn't just getting rid of slavery. It was some other stuff too. I loved it. Love his mindset. I love the way he failed and kept coming. And I love his quotes. One of his quotes was, if you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. Yep. I was like, man, that is really freaking good, Abe. So he made the video, and he's in here. I have it here. Do I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead and share your screen there.
And so this is Lean on Me. Okay. Nice. I think a lot of us heard that song before, because we all need somebody to lean on every now and then. We all need somebody to lean on every now and then, right? Okay. And so
it's not sharing yet. I can't see it yet.
Go. Boom. How's that?
Oh, got it. Now I'm seeing it. We got it.
All right. Can you hear it?
Everybody needs somebody, and there's somebody for everybody. So if you ever need somebody to lean on, just give me a buzz. Lean on me, yeah. When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me, yeah. Times in our life, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me, yeah. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Swallow your pride. If I have faith, you need to borrow. No one can feel those of your needs that you don't let show. Lean on me, yeah. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody.
Know how to get at least one rap in there.
Oh, it might be buffering a little bit on us.
Okay. That was the rap component, but so lean on me,
Yeah.
We all need somebody to lean on. Yeah, we all need somebody every now and then.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Is it coming back? Good.
Let me see.
I tell you, I was cracking up at your daughter. She looked at you one time like, "Oh, God.
I know.
I can't believe we're doing this.
We're here to embarrass our children, right?
100%. I was like, if we're not there to embarrass, we're not doing our job.
We're not doing our jobs. And so what's funny, my daughter had a chorus concert at school last night. Guess what one of their songs was, Rob? Lean on Me, dude. So that was perfect.
Wow.
So that was, That was awesome, man. Oh my God, was this a great program, guys? Drop a note to Rob in the chat box. Just tell him how awesome he is. This was,
Oh man,
man,
appreciate you guys.
special.
This was
So,
great, man.
Rob, let's couple quick things before we let you go. You and your wife have a nonprofit, I believe. Can you just share what's going on with this nonprofit? What a man,
Yeah.
like such an overachiever. You're making me
Man, I
sad.
tell you what, I am like, I've been blessed, as you know, I told you some of the stories, I'm blessed, and I just want to, I want to give, it makes me feel good. And so we started an organization, for young people in 2006-07 called Worldwide Community, with the idea of helping young people like have an after school program, a summer camp where they could come and be introduced to things like goal setting, like nutrition, like entrepreneurship. And we'd have different speakers and presenters come out and expose them to that and have them set goals, write goals, prepare for college, prepare to launch their business, learn new healthy recipes, and then take the recipe home with the family and cook it and come back and talk about it. And so we did that. And the goal was, again, just to be a source where young people could be inspired and families could be inspired and encouraged. And we'd put on like community fairs and invite the community out and have special vendors with special representations about what they do, mind, body, spiritual stuff. It was good, man. It's just, the pandemic slowed some things down, but it just slowed some things down to speed it back up, because when that's what it did. So here we are. Here we are, man.
The ultimate optimist. And so last question for you. I believe you have a 30-day video challenge coming up. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. I just put it on my page today. 30 days of videos, man. So 4 years ago, I started this, and I was just starting it to do my own videos because I was trying to challenge myself. LinkedIn was new, video was new here. Next thing I know, everyone else said, I want to do it too. I'm in, Rob. I said, okay, I guess this is a group thing, because I didn't know. So I made it a group thing. And so it's been great. We have several people every year now. And the goal is for 30 days, make a video, put it out there. Talk about your brand, talk about yourself, talk about what you love, talk about your why, and just make videos and connect with people. Make videos and connect with people. It's literally what makes the world go round. Why? Because making videos allows people to see you and connect with you, and networking allows you to grow. And if you support others while you're doing that, you're putting yourself out there, you're networking, and you're nurturing. I would drop this mic, but I paid a lot for it. So
yeah,
dude, I'm dropping mine. It's I'm just throwing it, So, man, this was so good. So, all right, let's take it home, brother. Let's take it home. So, man, this was a blockbuster. We had a lot of firsts today, Damon. So we did. Earl of Bud Jr. is in the house right here, man. I still can't believe that's your dad. So that made oh my God, you made my month. So
man, appreciate you, man.
Awesome. All right, guys. So what we want to do, we're gonna close it. We're gonna take it home, Rob, and you're gonna drop the mic one more time.
Okay.
You're gonna drop the mic one more time.
Okay.
First off, I just want to share. First off, thank you. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you for your contagious enthusiasm. Thank you for setting the bar high for everybody else on LinkedIn and be like, hey, let's be like Rob, man. This isn't Facebook. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it professional. Edutainment. If it ain't fun, Rob's not doing it, right?
That's it.
So, all right, take us home. Your closing thoughts. People out there, maybe, challenged, struggling, new entrepreneurs. We need some motivation, man. Give us some words of wisdom from Rob. Take us home. Words of motivation for the rest of 2022.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you right now. This is the easiest thing to think about. And if you can work on mastering this thing, your life will be great in every area. Sports, your community, your job. You do these two things and you just work on these two things. Just be mindful of these two things. 1, love yourself. Loving yourself means that you appreciate yourself. You're grateful for who you are, right? You're grateful for everything that you currently have. You're grateful and loving yourself. You can look at yourself in the mirror and you can say that and you believe that and you care about you. So love yourself. That's going to make you a better person, by the way. Okay. Make you a better person. Number 2, love others. Love other people. Meaning, how do you do that? Through giving, through support, through listening to others, right? You love yourself and love others. Repeat. Everybody worked on that. just loving themselves more, which will make them a better person to be around anyway, and then work on loving others. Like we will be in good shape because it's helped me. And even when I thought I was such a great guy, I always thought I was a great guy because I had a good heart, but that's just, ego is big. Ego is huge, make you think you have no flaws. Nope. Introspect and see how you can love yourself more, how you can love others more.
Yeah.
Boom.
Moment of silence.
Time to stop.
Drop the mic.
Yep. It's over.
Savor it. Let's just savor that. Take a moment of silence.
Yep.
Rob, everybody, please let's give a standing ovation for Rob Howz.
Thank you.
Rob, God bless you, brother.
God bless you guys, man.
And oh my gosh, you blew it away today. I had such
Yeah.
for you. This whole Earl of Bud took it to a whole different level. You took it to a different level today. And guys, is there any
awesome?
Guys, if you were with us earlier and if you missed it, go back and watch it. And Ingor, thank you. Everybody, thank you for joining us today. But his father was entertaining thousands of people. Is it any surprise? And his mother's an attorney, law degree. Is it any surprise that his wonderful parents didn't produce just this man of high integrity, of just, a family man, just putting out positivity to all of us here on LinkedIn? Rob, you are a blessing. You are a gift. We thank you. We salute you. We applaud you. Damon, take it away, brother.
Oh, man. Again, thanks, Rob, so much for being here today. Thanks, everyone else, all in the comments. Man, the comments were hot today. I know we missed people, but we appreciate every single one of you. And yes, we are grateful, extremely grateful that somebody comes and listens. The amount of people I've just so much appreciation and so much appreciation for people like Rob and Rob for sharing today. Thank you so much for being here. We will be back again next week. Same time, same place, and we're going to try to do it all over again. Thanks so much, everyone.
Damon, Kurt, thank you.
God bless you guys. Have an awesome weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Hang on, Rob.